morning everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Canning with Kerstin. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. It's been a while since I've actually done these, but I've got an entire bag of potatoes, russet potatoes from my garden. So I have to wash them, peel them, dice them, and that way they are ready to go into any dish that I plan on making. Or I could use them as fried potatoes, whatever. So let me get them washed up and I'll be back with you in a few. Alright guys, I'm back. I've got all my potatoes washed. Now I have to peel them all. And then once I get them peeled and diced up, I have to rinse them until the water runs nice and clear. And then I have to let them soak for an hour. Now all my little potatoes that are like really little, I don't know how I'm gonna peel them yet, but like my little potatoes, I'll need to peel them, and then I'm going to can these whole. So I'll have a couple jars with just whole potatoes. I guess that wasn't so bad. Now it's been many years since I've grown my own potatoes, and I don't remember them ever being this small. Well, I know that they weren't this small. This year I grew them in grow bags, and I should have done 1 plant per, but it said for 10-gallon bags I could do 3 to 4 plants, so that's what I did, and the potatoes are really small. So next year I will do them as 1 plant per 10-gallon grow bag. See if that makes a difference. And I believe that on the last episode I mentioned my marigolds and how they helped with keeping the bugs and stuff off my plants. Well, yesterday I cut off the spent flowers on a couple of my marigolds, and I only cut like 12 of the flower buds off. I ended up bringing them inside and removing the seeds from the pods. Out of 12 pods, I ended up with a ton of seeds. Let me show you the bag. I mean, check that out. I'm gonna say there's probably close to 1,000 marigold seeds there. So what I think I'm gonna do is, if any of you guys are interested, please leave a comment on this video. Tell me that you're interested in getting some marigold seeds, and I will send you out a pack. Now, these marigolds are not the typical everyday, couple inch high marigold plants. These are like, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 feet high. They're massive. So if you want some seeds for next year's growing season to put in your garden, leave me a comment. And again, I would still love to have people come on here. So I'm going to pause the video and get all these peeled. So I'll be back with you in a little while.
So we were down here at the garden, and I happened to notice this little Missouri box turtle hanging out down here. So I had a piece of watermelon I put there in front of him. Thought you guys might like to check that out. Though it's not really doesn't have anything to do with canning, but I was out here at our garden and happened to notice them.
I don't even have half of my potatoes peeled, but I'm getting there. It is taking a while, and I'm cutting them up as I go. So one thing I wanted to mention is that when I ordered my potato sets, I only ordered 1 pound of russet potato starts, but I ended up with 13 pounds of russet potatoes by the time I digged them up. I weighed them all yesterday, and 13 pounds, and that doesn't include what Jim and I have already eaten. So not bad for 1 pound. And if you've never grown potatoes before, when you get the sets, what you got to do is you got to cut them into pieces, so then each piece has like a couple of eyes to them, and that's where the roots grow from, and that's how your potatoes grow. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that for 1 pound of potato sets, I ended up with about 13 pounds of fresh potatoes. That's not bad. You know, the sets don't cost much. So you've got a huge savings. I mean, like, I bought 1 pound of sets for way less than 2 bags of potatoes. 2 5-pound bags, or 10-pound bags of potatoes, I'm sorry. And I got a lot more potatoes. I did manage to get all the potatoes peeled and cut up. Right now, they are on the stove as soon as the water boils, and they have to cook for 10 minutes. And I've got the plain water going. So I really don't need anything for these potatoes. Salt's optional. I'm going to put salt in each jar. I've got my jars in hot water, sterilizing. I've got my water in my pressure canner, ready to go as soon as I can like switch spots, because you know, I've only got 2 big burners. That's where I'm at. I can't do much more of anything else besides that at this point in time. So I'll be back when I'm ready to fill the jars. Alright guys, we're back. It is time for me to start throwing my potatoes into the jars. They're not completely cooked. They're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be hard. But they will continue the cooking process in the canner. And we need about 1 inch of head space. But I think I'm going to end up needing more than 9 jars. The Ball book says that for 6 to 9 pounds of potatoes, I would need 6 pints. I would get 6 pints. Well, so I'm trying 9 pints because I did have 13 pounds, but I think I'm gonna need more. I think there were quite a few potatoes there. And I decided with all the little potatoes, I'm just gonna mix them in with the cut up ones. They'll be fine. Move this over here so I can bring my water that I boiled over here. I need my salt. It says a half a teaspoon of salt per pint. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a half a teaspoon in each pint. I'm going to do that before I put the water in. Okay, there's a half a teaspoon. Now I need to add my water. Guess I really don't even need that. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. I did my salt. Now I'm doing my water. And I have to get more jars heating up and sterilizing. All right, guys, so I got all my jars filled. I ended up with 16 pints of potatoes. So now it's time for me to put them in the pressure canner. The water's already boiling, so I'm going to do a double layer again. That way, I only have to can once instead of doing a second run. And as I mentioned before, I'm really not a big fan. I mean, I don't mind pressure canning, but I would much rather just water bath because it is easier and it's less time consuming. And the only thing that really makes it easier is the fact that I don't have to worry about keeping my pressure at a certain range. Being that I don't have a gas stove, it's hard to keep that adjustment. So I do what I can, but it's not exactly ideal. Ouch. you, I keep telling you guys, make sure that, like you don't touch the side of the canner because, you will burn yourself. Well, that's exactly what I just did. So, safety first. No burning yourself. Okay, here's my second rack. Now I'll go ahead and get the others in here. Oh, these are warm. So now I'm putting the lid on and locking it, and have to make sure this goes up to a rolling boil, and then as soon as I get my 10 minutes of a steady steam, then I will start the timer, and then I'll put my jiggler on it and bring the pressure gauge up to 12 pounds of pressure, and then they will be in the water in the pressure canner for 35 minutes. The canner is completely done doing what it needed to do. Now, yeah, I've got the lid off. I've got 8 minutes left of having the jars in the canner before I can take them out. And this is what they're looking like. So the canner's full, double layer. About 8 minutes, I'll be taking them out, and I will show you guys what they look like.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Here we are taking some jars out because I've been slaving in here all day working on these jars. And if you believe that, I got a bridge for sale. But Kerstin's been in here doing really good work. Got lots of potatoes jarred up, canned up. And it's looking pretty good. So let's get a view of what's going on. You got a double layer in there, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you guys knew that.
Please excuse our dishwasher sound. I know that's probably burying the camera right now, but
So
that's all right. Oh, there was a pop. As Kerstin would say, I love those pop sounds.
Yep.
There goes another.
Yeah, that's like the best sounds ever. And another. Some of these definitely did siphon out, but gonna be fine.
Yeah, as long as they seal right.
Yeah, they didn't siphon much.
Well, it sounds like they're sealing good. That's good news.
That's all we care about, is them sealing and staying sealed. So again, it's going to be easy stuff that we can pull right out of the pantry and just pop them open and throw them in a dish. And one of these days, I will make a video of the pantry where I store all my canning jars. Show you guys what we've got going on. There's 16 jars.
Yeehaw! Another day of canning done, huh?
Yep. Oh.
Pretty cool stuff.
And like I said earlier in the video, if you guys are interested in getting some of those marigold seeds, you know, just leave me a comment. I mean, you know, like I showed you earlier, there's about 1,000 of them.
Yo, what you want? What you want? I got some seeds.
That's my husband. And if you have any suggestions of what, or any ideas of what you guys would like to see me can next, throw that down in the comment section.